for an 18-year-old right now, I think what I would, if they're unmarried and if they're able to, then I think there are still some places where they can go if they're committed to at least 6 years. I think anything less would be, I mean, there might be some benefit in going less and not learning Arabic, but I think we need people that really are committed. And I want to emphasize at this point, I really don't think, and I think you probably agree with this, the goal of Islam is not to become an alim, quote unquote. It's certainly a wonderful achievement and one of the higher callings, if not the highest of all callings. But many of the ulama were not the ulama. Many of the Sahaba, for instance, they were not the ulama. They were not scholars, but they were people that what they did know, they acted wholeheartedly on it. They had absolute sincerity. Khalid ibn Walid was not a scholar. He was a warrior. That was the gift that Allah gave that man, and it manifested. Abu Dhar was an ascetic and a deeply spiritual Muslim who was an inspiration to anyone who saw him, and that was what he did. Abu Huraira was a scholar. He was a hadith scholar. This was where his...
He wasn't a mufti, was he?
He was not. Abu Huraira is not one of the muftis. Ibn Mas'ud was a mufti, as well as being a scholar and a judge. Umar ibn al-Khattab was a judge. He was and a brilliant scholar. Sayyidina Ali is, of course, one of the greatest, the shining monuments of intellectual achievement. Historically, the first intellectual of Islam, as he's been called, because he was just such a profound thinker, as well as being a deeply spiritual person. Aisha was a great scholar. She was not only a scholar in Islamic matters, but she was a scholar in Jahili poetry. She knew the lineages, just a remarkable woman.